Hey, thanks for tuning in today. As many of you know, my favorite city in the world to travel to is Bangkok in Thailand. I love it so much that my number plates on my car are Bangkok. I just want to share something that I think this is fantastic, that has come out of Bangkok Airways, which is a boutique air carrier, obviously based in Bangkok. They do domestic flights within Thailand. I've flown with them. They're actually quite expensive compared to, so for example, to fly from Bangkok to Phuket, you can usually get like a cheap flight with Air Asia or formerly Jetstar for like $50 to $100. Bangkok Airways is usually around $250, but it's like an all-inclusive thing, includes your luggage. But they also offer a Bangkok Airways lounge for every person on the plane. And I really like their style. Like, they're always sort of really friendly, future thinking. And I think nothing for future thinking and just a really kind of seamless experience. So they're a really nice air carrier to fly if you are traveling internally within Thailand. I want to point out though, something that why they're in the news and why I'm talking about them today is because they've done something that's so great. And what they've done is introduce brand new white sneakers for cabin crew for both men and women. So they've teamed up with Puma to design a special sneaker collection under the concept of Move for Better Together. And what this does is they've allowed cabin crew to wear sneakers while on duty, not heels, not like shoes that really aren't comfortable that you can't spend a lot of time on. What it does, I think, is acknowledge that cabin crew are on their feet all the time. They're moving around, they have long hours, and finally they're getting the appropriate footwear. This is so good. As a facilitator, I'm also on my feet most of the day, and finding helpful, like really great shoes that can give you that support but also look good is really tough. And I'm actually really grateful that the trend now, there's some trends out now in terms of wearing like suits with white sneakers, like classy white sneakers, wearing dresses with white sneakers. So you're getting that comfort in. Still, I find though, working with some very, very professional corporate clients, I don't do the white sneaker thing. I'll pack them to like wear walking to the venue and on the way home. But through the day, I'll just wear like some Frankie 4 shoes, which are an Australian brand, they are comfortable, but nothing beats white sneakers, to be honest. So I think it's such a great move by this airline to acknowledge that and to make it cool and functional and to partner. I actually want a pair of these, are called the Puma Romas sneakers. They got 30% recycled materials integrated into the build. But I think more than that, it's actually bringing this whole thing around cabin crew into 2025 and understanding that it's not about sex appeal of the female women cabin crew. It's about actually, let's give them the right tools and equipment so they can do the job really well. Now, I thought this was actually the first airline to do it, but I've realized doing some research after reading this article that airlines like KLM, SAS, Finnair, and Eurowings have also collaborated with Puma or allowed sneakers. So this is a sign of the broader shift in airline uniform culture. And apparently one of the flight attendants went onto TikTok and she shared that, oh gosh, it's so awesome, I can walk without my feet hurting anymore. So yeah, I think this is really great. I'm looking forward to seeing other airlines and maybe other workplaces be more supportive of comfortable footwear. It's interesting, when I spoke to JJ Peterson on the First Time Facilitated podcast, I also replayed the podcast here. So JJ works with Donald Miller from Storybrand, who is a prolific author and podcaster. And when I was talking to JJ, I'm asking him tips about facilitation, like what's your advice for first-time facilitators? His response was, get comfortable footwear. It is so true, because if you're in pain, it's really hard to then, you'll hold back on moving around, on using your, it depletes a lot of your energy as well. You don't feel great at the end of a day. And if you're doing a multi-day workshop as well, you really need your feet to be in good order. So yeah, footwear is essential. I know there's a lot of, footwear is essential. I'm also even more cognizant of that now that I'm getting the right, I've got my pair of boots now for Everest Base Camp, and for Everest Base Camp, I've got a pair of Salomon X Ultra 5s, which I'm now trying to wear in. I want to put 30 to 50 Ks on them before I go. So I'm going to use those as well as trail runners when I'm over there. Trail runners for the sort of first part of the expedition, and then towards the latter end when it gets really quite rocky, then I'll start using the boots too. Yeah, lovely to see you, Bangkok Airways. When I'm looking at internal flights, I'm now going to definitely favour you because of what you've done, because of this initiative. So well played, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.